Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Moose Roundup. I'm your host, Jim Flanagan, and fellas, season 5 coming to an end here. The last 4 days left here of season 5, and playoffs riding on a lot of these games here as teams are trying to get as much points as possible in that standings to be one of the 8 teams that go on to the postseason there. We're going to take the top 8. We're going to take top 4 of the East and top 4 of the West. 2 division champs along with 2 top scorers there. And tonight we got 2 games lined up. 2 great matchups. The first matchup here, it's going to be the Wall Wallabies taking on the Red Hot Oompa Loompas. Wall Wallabies just coming off a big win last night against the Yamminess Party, where they actually played 4 games, and Wall Wallabies taking 3 out of that 4, getting 6 points in that standings, which definitely helped them big time as they sit right now in the 4th spot of the playoffs there. Last time these 2 teams met, it was a big surprise here because Red Hot Oompa Loompas didn't lose a series, haven't even lost much games in the season. They've only lost 5 games, and it was the first team to win a series against the Red Hot Oompa Loompas. They beat them. Will history strike again here, or will the Red Hot Oompa Loompas bounce back and win this one? Right now, the Wall Wallabies, so with 33 games played only, they're 19-10-4 with 42 points on the season. They're actually 1 point ahead of the Sledgehammers in that playoff. Both teams still got a couple of games left. As Pomeranian Pain and Hollywood Blondes already have 36 games played. They only need 1 more series, where Wall Wallabies and Sledgehammers. Wall Wallabies only 33 games played, Sledgehammers 32 games played. So they have a whole bunch of games to come back. We'll see. Can they get a lot of points here in this series here, or will Red Hot Oompa Loompas bounce back, or maybe even sweep the Wall Wallabies? Right now on the Flan Vegas line, the Red Hot Oompa Loompas are minus 145 on that line. My prediction here, I think Red Hot Oompa Loompas will bounce back, take that 2-1 loss series, and even up the series here with a win. I don't think they'll get the sweep, but I think they'll get the 2 out of 3 here. But like I said, big matchup for Wall Wallabies. Like I said, they need to get as much points as possible. They beat the Red Hot Oompa Loompas already earlier in the season. They want to try to get at least 2 games here as well and take the series lead. Because right now Red Hot Oompa Loompas, they're in the playoffs. They're already clinched. We have both, like I said, Pomeranian Pain and Hollywood Blondes tied at 45, and they play against each other last game of the series. That might come down to winner gets in, loser is out, depending on how the Sledgehammers and Wall Wallabies do here with the last few games remaining. And then after this series, we'll obviously still have one more series left against Big Pimpin. So we'll see. We'll see if the Wallabies can repeat what they done earlier in this season. The other game, like I said, doubleheader. We have two games lined up tonight. It's going to be multiple scoregasms taking on the Sledgehammers. Great matchup here. Multiple scoregasms bounce back with a win in their last series against the Roosters Mooses, and can be back in the playoff picture here with a win. If they could win the series here, they're in. Because Guerrilla Warfare lost last night against Suck and Puck. Suck and Puck has clinched for the division there, so they're gonna division in the playoffs, whereas Guerrilla Warfare need multiple scoregasms to lose here. Right now, they are 1 point ahead of multiple scoregasms, but they do have that overtime game where they're guaranteed at least 1 point, maybe two if they could win that, which will put them at either 34 or with a win at 35 points. Multiple scoregasms 1 point behind, but if should the Guerrilla Warfare team win in that overtime game, they need to win at least two here against the Sledgehammers to get into the playoff. If they only win one and Guerrilla Warfare loses the overtime, they'll be tied with the same amount of points, 35 points. Then they'll go to a tiebreaker. I haven't calculated that, but it's going to go down to tiebreaker. I know multiple scoregasms want to win here. If they take two out of the three, they're in. If they only win one, they gotta hope that Guerrilla Warfare either loses and goes to the points, or if Guerrilla Warfare wins, they will be out. But Sledgehammers too. Sledgehammers are gonna try to win this one as well. I mean, because Sledgehammers are in a tie right now with Wool Wallabies. They're 1 point behind them, 41 points to the Wool Wallabies 42 points. So if they could win here, they could get back into the playoff picture as well. So both teams need the points here. It's going to be an interesting game. Right now we have the Sledgehammers minus 120 favorites in this one on the Flan Vegas line. That's the four matchups lined up. Right now we're going to take a brief message from our sponsor, MooseOnIce.com. www.moosonice.com. This is serious business. MooseOnIce.com is the official website of the Moose Hockey League. NHL hockey, how it was meant to be. 6-on-6 online team play league. There is no in-game rules, no gameplay restrictions. There is no boundaries. There you go, MooseOnIce.com, which brings you Moose Roundup every week. Yeah, so great matchups. Like I said, Wool Wallabies taking on Red Hot Oompa Loompa should be a great series, especially that Wool Wallabies has already beaten the great Red Hot Oompa Loompas. You know, we'll see if history repeats. And also for the multiple scoregasms, you know, big series. I think Master Shake is going to round up the troops here. They, you know, won the last series, great impressive win against Roosters Mooses, and I think they'll do it again. I think they might come back here, beat the Sledgehammers, and secure into the playoff. Or it might be another season here for both ODB and Master Shake, where they come close but don't make the playoffs. We'll see. It all goes down tonight. Two great series in the Moose Hockey League. Last 4 days left in Season 5 before we head to the playoffs. I'll see you guys on Moose Radio in a couple hours from right now.